I mean, the silver market is in absolute turmoil right now. It's sort of breaking before our very eyes. And so I want to cover some of the developments here. The first thing we have is a tweet from Zero Hedge. Dear silver shorts, are you panicking yet? And look at this. You can see that the silver lease rates have exploded to 33%. This is absolutely insane. When we covered this a week ago, it was about 9% or 12%. 33% now. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I want to point out is that this is a long-term chart. I've shown charts recently in a few of the videos that I've done, but they didn't go back 7 years like this. This one shows that normal is somewhere right around zero. I mean, nothing. Varying between maybe minus 0.5% or even 1% and plus 1%, right? That's the normal thing. Yep. Less than plus minus 1%, but there's sometimes where you're getting paid to take it, right? And then suddenly we're up at, what's peaking out there?
33%, 33.5%.
Wow. Amazing. I mean, imagine your home mortgage suddenly jumping to 33%.
Can't do it. Yeah, this is the sign of a market breaking before our very eyes.
Right. So you add this, all the shorts are having these huge losses in the first place. And then you add this to those losses. And it's a compounding effect that really puts them, they're painted into a corner. And the only way out is to cover their positions, which means buying silver on the open market and returning the ounces that they borrowed and sold, that they are now paying 30% premium on. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah,
let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. But there is no physical, and that's kind of the main problem behind all of this. So across India, not even a sliver of silver available. And, the prices are growing rapidly, and buyers are even offering a premium, but the metal remains out of stock. So there just simply isn't enough physical. That's the problem here.
This is what I talked about when I talked about the metals becoming unaffordium and unobtainium. It's actually stages. And we're going through that right now. They can't obtain it, and so they're offering more than what the official exchanges are saying that the real price is. Well, that price that they're quoting isn't the real price if everybody is willing to pay more.
Yeah, exactly. And this is causing a problem where India funds halt silver ETF investment amid unprecedented global shortage. So, unprecedented shortage in the physical silver market, and a number of Indian asset managers have halted all new investments into silver ETFs because they just simply can't get the physical. This is a huge problem.
Yeah, well, two things. This is manipulation, but they've got an agency just like our CFTC or the SEC, and so those authorities can manipulate the price by not allowing you to buy. If you've got one of their ETF accounts, suddenly you can't add to your position. No matter what happens, you're just frozen out of being able to buy in that method. And the other thing is, do you really want to be involved in any of these funds? SLV, GLD, if they can do things like this to you. I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole.
Yep, me either. And isn't this what happened in 1980, right? That's how they capped the price of silver. They said sell orders only, liquidation. Yeah. Yeah,
that's how they broke the Hunt brothers, right?
Yeah. So it's like, to me, the solution is obvious. Get physical as quickly as possible, get it in your possession, and just wait. Yeah, so simple. So anyways, it's not just India, it's also China. So China's raw silver is at $59 per ounce. The physical market takes control. China's raw silver is at $59 per ounce. The physical market takes control. So Shanghai just flashed a huge signal. Raw physical silver trades above $59 an ounce, while COMEX sits around $51. That's an $8 premium, a gap you can't ignore. So yeah, $8, that's pretty significant from east to west.
Yeah, that causes an arbitrage opportunity, and you'll be seeing a lot of silver flowing from the west to the east, which is very sad that, in the west here, a whole lot of people, just normal people, are selling because they go, oh, well, silver's at an all-time high. Well, it's not. Inflation adjusted, silver is way. I mean, we just did an exercise recently where if you were using $1980 to purchase silver today, the price is $12. That's the 1980 price of today's silver is $12 an ounce. It has so far to run. It is insane. And people think that it's at this high that they're going to capture this, and they have no idea where it's going. So, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, yes, silver is at a nominal high, but it would have to go up by a factor of 4 to reach a new inflation adjusted high. So silver is still very, very cheap. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Never seen anything like it. Amid historic squeeze, silver traders rush bars to London. Goldman still favors gold. So we have a quote here from a commodities hedge fund manager. I've never seen anything like it ever. What we are seeing in silver is entirely unprecedented. There is no liquidity available currently. So yeah, this is a part of that arbitrage that you were talking about, Mike. Bloomberg is reporting that the silver squeeze has become so dramatic that some traders have rushed to book slots in the cargo holds of transatlantic flights for bulky silver bars. And they're basically trying to take advantage of premiums over in London and China, like you mentioned. So yeah, the silver is flowing from west to east.
Yeah. I came across this article somewhere in it. It mentions that the spread is only around 20 cents or something similar. Yeah, there's right at the top, 20 cents per ounce. Well, before that banner appeared. So they're planning to, if you were an investor and could either benefit from a 20-cent spread or is it $8 in China? Yeah, $8 difference. Which one would you? $8. They're going to attempt this to stabilize London because London is in distress. And if London locks up, the global silver market locks up, and then suddenly we have triple-digit silver. This could skyrocket overnight, potentially. If you had to choose between earning 20 cents and earning $8, I'd have to think hard about that. So while they're trying to patch up the cracks that have formed in London, the bleeding occurring there, all the silver owned by many private investors will be shipped and sold in China at 59 instead of this 20-cent arbitrage. We have an update on silver refiners. American silver refiners are now advising dealers to pay 50% below spot for constitutional 90% junk silver, sterling, and scrap silver. The note below comes from a large, reputable bullion dealer. So obviously you're a dealer, Mike. Give us some insight into what this implies. Well, this is the reason to purchase high-quality products that are 999% pure. They're 99.999% fine silver. And when you do that, it doesn't need to be reprocessed before it re-enters the market. It can be assayed, but it doesn't need to go to a refiner and wait in line. What's occurring now is all the refineries are jammed up. I mentioned this in a recent video, and I talked about mine supply, and people in the comments were trying to correct me, saying, no, it's not mine supply. It's all the people in the West, in the U.S., selling their silver because it's at an all-time high. So they might be selling silverware, trophies, and jewelry, and such that must go to refiners. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that the refineries are the bottleneck, and old silver entering the market can't satisfy that demand. It has to wait, and this occurred. It was referred to as the Big Melt in 1980. It happened, and the entire supply chain got completely backed up, and it was like, I think you had to wait over 6 months for your silver. And they were offering, 30 or 40% of spot for items that needed to be reprocessed. So I don't make suggestions, but everything that I possess is material that doesn't need to return through a refinery, and it's for this reason. And so, what this indicates is be cautious about what you purchase, choose the right products, but then rest assured that a huge amount of silver isn't just going to flood into the market suddenly and drag the price down. The price is going to rise because the refineries this is merely one of many reasons silver has to surge. The refineries are a significant bottleneck. Yeah, makes sense. Well, thank you for that analysis. James Henry Anderson reminds us that silver is reaffirming its value-storing role globally. And he's got here the price of silver in, I think, 55 separate currencies. And you can see that in every single one, silver is soaring like a rocket. Yes. And so what you need to do is basically, in your mind, flip all of these upside down, and you'll see the worth of each one of these fiat currencies collapsing as measured by silver. That's not good. Get out of fiat currencies. Exactly. Trey, he says, so he's on an article here. Bank of America now projects $65 silver. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm already laughing. Me too. I can't even say it without chuckling. These bungling fools. This might occur before the month ends. Okay. Bank of America now projects $65 silver. Very serious, as the price surge brings the London market into a, quote, state of seizure. This is a prediction for next year, 2026. They believe that's when it'll happen. So, right? Okay, hilarious. And gold might reach 4,200 by the year 5,000, right? This is just, these analysts are so far behind the curve. They rely on how things used to be, and they fail to recognize or consider human psychology. Yeah, or mathematics, or math.